Welcome guys, this is Edwin and today we're going to show how to disassemble an Ernest Emerson Custom and how to assemble it back, okay? In this case we have a CQC 12 and like you can see with the stamp, it's a custom. That stamp, the skull logo, tells us that this knife was made right in 2014 or 2015 release, okay? And the CQC 12, I think I have a video of the production version, not this one yet, but it's that AK-47 bayonet style knife. And that's one of the things I love about Ernie is that he makes all these different styles and pretty cool. And again, like I mentioned before, to disassemble a custom or a production knife, all you need is very common tools that you can find anywhere in your house running around, right? So I just grab this. Sometimes I just even go and use a Swiss Army knife, you know. But hey, just for this video, we want to look professional. And like always, we start with the clip. We want to get rid of that clip and move it away, take it away, okay? And be aware in the customs, usually that front face here, all this face will have flat screws. And what I do just to make sure I don't scratch anything is that I put there and then I use my fingers to make sure that we don't scratch anything there, okay? I put there and then I use my finger as a guide to make sure that I don't overdo it. Okay, let's put it here. And very important right here to do the same, okay? Okay, there you go. And then we'll do the same with the pivot. Okay, again, pretty simple. Like I mentioned in the past, if I take this bolster out, like I mentioned in the past, if you don't, if it's the first time you're doing this, hey, you know, make sure to take pictures. You know, nothing wrong with that on every stage, so you know what goes where. Okay, and just like that. And in my case, I just want to, you know, clean it up and I may put some oil on it. Let me take out this right here. Again, very simple. It has more pieces, obviously, because of the whole construction of the customs than a production version, you know. But at the end of the day, it's following the same recipe of, hey, there's no rush on this. Now let me take out the blade, and obviously that's super sharp. Take out that washer. I'm going to put that blade back here. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side, okay? Let's take out this. Again, I use my fingers to protect the micarta from any scratches. Micarta is kind of difficult to scratch, but you know, just, you never know, right? There you go. That one is done here, boom, and then here as well. There you go. Okay. Usually, like with every other Emerson's, this pivot portion might be a little bit, you know, you might need to fight it a little bit. By that, I just mean you need to push it like that and boom, that's it. It's a D, right? It's a D-shaped construction there. I don't know if you can see that. So it goes exactly in that. You will see how it line up right there. It will line up right there. So right now I'm going to pause this, clean up a little bit, and then we'll come back for the assembly. Okay. Actually, before I start with the assembly back, remember that Ernie always stamped all his customs, right? So notice how everything, in this case, is the number 5. You can see it there. number 5. So I expect everything else to have a number 5 in it. Just one of those things to know that, okay, this is following Ernest's methodology. Number 5, and again, everything will have a 5 right there, right? You see it right there. And in this case, because I know, look, the number 5 here, and the other one will have that as well. Because I know this is not one of the recent customs, right? This is 2014, 2015. I know that we won't find the stamp, the skull stamp that they started doing, 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, actually 4 years ago. So be aware of that. There's no skull stamp in these scales. Yeah, I don't see any. This is the first time I'm opening this one. So yeah, there's no skull stamp on this, like expected, with the handmade logo stamp on it. Okay, and that's one of those things that you can check just to confirm that it's a real custom or not. Now let me do a little bit of cleaning and I'll come back for the assembly. Okay, so I did a little bit of cleaning and now we're going to assemble it back. And at the end of the day, I always start with this face. I forget about the micarta portion, okay? That we can do it at the end. And again, in this case, I just went through and make sure there was no gunk on it. I want to put it back together and put a little bit of oil on it, okay? So the first thing I do is I start with the lock face. I'll put this bolster right there, right? And like we know, this is going to line up on it, right? So we put this through. So we put this bolster through here. We put that pivot there. And now this is a D-shape pivot there. So we need to make sure we line that up and boom, we are there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I screw the little flat screw right there so that we have it. Make sure I'm in camera. I want to do this twice, man. Right, I'm going to screw this here just to make sure we're aligned. Boom, that's it, okay? Again, I'm not using any Loctite. I'm not, it's all good. And one thing I want to do is to put a little bit of oil. Oh no, that was a lot. Whatever, it's okay. Let me clean this a little bit. I don't need much. It's no big deal, but I don't want that much in it. Put a little bit here. Okay, and that's a lot, FY. And we're going to put that stop there, right? And again, pretty straightforward. Now we take the blade, and in this case, just like with the productions, I always like to put some pressure on it in the blade right here, and again, a little bit of oil. Put it back, boom, okay. And now going to put that back spacer, and the back spacer, we're going to line it up. Don't worry too much about it. We'll line that up later, and I'm going to take this and put it back in here. And now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put this right here. And my reasoning for this is that I just want to attach this top portion of it. It's not the final fit and finish. I'm just attaching this so that then I can deal with the back spacer and I can release the pressure that I'm doing right now on the knife. Okay, no big deal. Again, let's use those fingers there so I don't mess up. Right, is that line up there? Oh, sorry. Pretty straightforward. And again, this weekend I'll probably be doing a lot of cleanup on my knife, given that we cannot go anywhere. Okay, now I'm going to line up this back spacer. And the back spacer actually is pretty straightforward. I'm going to take one of them And usually I like to do this by looking at it, so give me 1 second. I will line up the holes there. Nothing super crazy, right? Make sure it's lined up. There, I line up one, and now the other ones are going to just fall in position. It's pretty straightforward. Boom, 2, and the other one will line up right there in position 3, okay? And now, I like to tie this a little bit, you know, a little bit, not that much. And at this moment, without the micarta, is that we're going to make sure that that pivot and this is, you know, having enough tension, okay? Because at this moment is that we worry about, okay, if it's lined up, do I like, you know, the tension on it? If it's center, right? Let me open this blade. And one trick for centering the knives, right, is you release this a little bit, open the blade. I'll probably do another video on that. I like it like right there. And now we tie this. I'll probably make another video on centering blades that apply to anything, not just Emerson's. Let's see here, here, tight, and perfect. Let's see. Oh yeah, perfect. You will see there. It's lined up. It's kind of difficult to see, but it's lined up there. Okay, like I like it. And now we can do the whole installation of the micarta scales. That's very simple. Just again, if you hear some sound, it's my family playing outside. No worries. No one is invading the house. It's all good. Yeah, and that's it, guys. This is basically how to disassemble and how to assemble an Ernest Emerson Custom. Very straightforward. Now is a clip and we are done. Let me put this here. Put through. Now the clip, right? And you don't tie that much until you are ready to rock and roll. I notice no Loctite, right? No, nothing too crazy. Of course, if the knife was getting loose all the time and the pivot is getting loose, then I'll put some Loctite, you know, some blue Loctite on that pivot. And that's it. Yeah, now I tie this. Let me make sure everything else is tight. Tight. There you go. Make sure it's like I like it here. Yeah, and I think great lockup, as you can see. Oh yeah. Excellent. And great centering there. Yep, no problem. And that's it, guys. That's how basically how to assemble and disassemble an Emerson Custom. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, hey, feel free to jump in and make comment on YouTube, follow me on Instagram or in the Facebook forums, okay? Even in the USN forums, you will find me, okay? Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.